That dude's an engineer. And also, who are you calling mother? Is that your wife? Either you're calling your wife mother or you are aging at an insane rate, like Robin Williams and Jack. The fact that he's an engineer and can't understand this is wild, but most Americans don't. Climate change is what's happening, right? Climates are changing across the globe. The warming part is the concerning part. If we had global cooling, that would be the concerning part. It would still be cause global climate change. Why? Because the climates are changing. The reason that this is a problem is because we have carbon and other greenhouse gases in the atmosphere that are trapping heat. You can do this with a simple experiment at home. You can actually go and Google it, where they put ambient air, human exhaust, and car exhaust into different containers and then put a light on them. The one with the car exhaust will get hotter and stay hotter for longer. So you can imagine, if you're pumping a ton of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere on a regular basis, it's going to trap more heat. This isn't like, putting car exhaust in a bottle. It takes a long time because there's a lot of oxygen in the atmosphere. So slowly, that temperature starts to rise. And then people see snowstorms and they're like, why are snowstorms happening then if there's climate change, lib? The reason being is because the polar vortexes of the world are now warming. And so the winds that were keeping those vortexes relatively constant are now changing, because that wind is not keeping them with, force in place. So what you have happen is these cold snaps come down out of the polar vortex because it's too weak. Making that situation worse is that these vortexes are now moving slower than they previously were. So instead of getting like a 1 or 2 day type of storm that just sheds some snow and moves along, we're now getting these major storms that are sitting over periods for 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks even. This is happening during the summer too with heat waves. And so we're experiencing a lot worse of ones than we previously were. The end result, though, will not be that these areas suddenly freeze over and there's global cooling. The end result will be that we'll have wilder weather patterns, as well as the earth and the temperature of the earth will continue to go up. In addition, those heat waves, those droughts will get worse. So where it matters is really right now with crops, because what's going to happen is we're going to have longer droughts, which means that we won't be able to feed the crops, which means we won't have food. And we're already seeing this, where certain states are having to ration who's able to grow because of drought. Hope that helps you guys understand it. Mother?